Hello there, thank you for joining us today. Today we'll be reading one of our favorite books. And today I'm joined by my two boys.
Hi, I'm Sebastian.
Hi, I'm Max.
And there's Fluffy.
The Fluffy little puppy.
So we'll be reading today The Best Mariachi in the World, El Mejor Mariachi del Mundo. And it's written by J.D. Smith and illustrated by Danny Jones. But I want to get us started with a little bit of history. Yep. Mariachis have been playing music since about 1880. Some people believe the name mariachi was a kind of tree used to make stages and musical instruments that mariachis played. Most mariachi bands have Spanish guitarra, a bass guitar with a rounded back, guitarrón, a high-pitched guitar with 5 strings, viola, violins, and at least 2 trumpets. All right, so here's our book.
Let's do this.
Gustavo was the worst mariachi in the world. Everyone in the family band could play an instrument, but not Gustavo. He did not play songs at weddings or at restaurants. He did not wear un traje de rancho or un sombrero.
Let's go turn the page.
Sometimes he reached for the bow of his brother Raimundo's violin. Raimundo quietly said, "Don't touch the bow of my violin. You might break it. It's not for you." Sometimes Gustavo tried to play his Uncle Enrique's brass trumpet. Uncle Enrique gently said, "Put down la trompeta. You might drop it. It is not for you." Gustavo did not even try to pick up his father's guitarrón. It was taller than he was. Look how big it is.
Yeah, that's big.
It is big, huh?
I'm going to turn this page, okay?
Thank you.
Welcome.
Gustavo wondered how it would feel to strum the long strings, the long cuerdas. He imagined everyone would listen. People would look at him. The man and woman would get up and dance. All the children would dance and clap. Hold on, buddy. He would be Gustavo, the great mariachi. But that would never happen. No one would let him play. He would always be the worst mariachi in the world. See, he's still very sad.
Yeah, it is. I'm just going to turn that page.
Oh, thank you. Even his cousins would not let him play with their guitarrón or tocar una trompeta or violin. They would say, "This is not for you." Gustavo thought, "I want to be in the band, in La Banda Mariachi. But what can I do?" Look, see all the family members have their instruments. A ver.
This can help you.
Gracias.
Let me get this one.
Gustavo got up one morning before dawn. He looked out into the desert and saw the cacti. The sahueros stood like huge trees. The nopales lay close to the ground. The sky was a black bowl of stars. Somewhere, an owl hooted. A coyote padded over the sand. Everything was beautiful. No one was there to play, but he had to stand up and sing. He just had to cantar.
I'm going to turn this page.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Gracias. He sang softly at first, barely moving his lips. The next day he got up a little earlier. He sang in a whisper. See, he's trying. The day after that, Gustavo cantó a little bit louder. The following day, he sang louder still. He did not think about where he was or how early it was. Before the first rooster crowed, before the first light of day peeped out from the east, Gustavo sang and cantó at the top of his voice. One by one, the lights in the houses came on. A man called out, "What is happening?" A woman wondered, "Who is that?" A child asked, "Who is that cantante?" See, look at all the lights.
Loopity-uppity-uppity.
Yeah, what is it now?
Yep.
Gustavo kept singing. He sang of traveling man, he sang of faraway places, and of coming home again. He sang all the songs he knew. He sang all las canciones that he knew like it was his own name.
I'm going to turn this next page.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you too. A crowd of people came out to listen. At last, Gustavo finished singing. He was done with his canciones. He turned to go inside. It was time to feed the chickens.
Go to that page for you.
Thanks. The people started to clap. They liked his singing. They were clapping for sus canto. Gustavo, they called out, "Bravo." They kept clapping. Women waved their handkerchiefs.
Oh, I'm
Look how happy they are.
Yep.
Están felices.
I'm going to turn this next page for you.
Thanks. His brother gave him a big hug and said, "You are a real mariachi." His father said, "You, my son, just may be the best mariachi in the world." Look, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Yes?
I'm going to turn this page for you and tell me when to turn it.
Okay. His cousins carried Gustavo, the best mariachi, into the house. They made him a huge breakfast. Then they fed the chickens for him. Mira las tortillas.
Yes. Let's go to that page for you.
Okay. The next time the band played, Gustavo wore un traje de charro. He wore un sombrero and he sang las canciones that have brought everyone outside. All the people clapped and cheered. He took off his sombrero and took a deep bow. This, Gustavo thought, is for me. The end. Did you guys like it?
I loved it.
Loved it? I hope you enjoyed it. This is one of our favorite books.